grasp on Europe's most coveted trophy has shown as yet no sign of weakening. They seem to reserve their most inspired performances for Europe, and certainly none more so than a fortnight ago in Bucharest, a display that manager Tony Barton believes to be among the best by an English club in the competition. 2 goals by Gary Shaw emphasise their superiority on the night, and how, I wonder, will the Romanians cope this time with Tony Morley, whose pace and guile gave their defenders such a torrid time. One change tonight for the Villa side that played in the first leg. Mark Jones, who missed the league win over Spurs on Saturday with a damaged ankle, he still isn't fit, so Gary Williams again wears the number 2 shirt with Colin Gibson at left back. And Alan Evans, who's just signed a new contract here at Villa Park, he shrugged off a foot injury to resume his defensive partnership with Ken McNaught. The Romanians are certainly one of the most adventurous teams I've seen behind the Iron Curtain, and they come here intent on having a real crack at changing the course of the tie. Their side shows a couple of changes from the team that started the first leg, with Dragnea and Iordache coming in for Augustine and Withe, who are both among the substitutes. Perhaps the most dangerous threat to Villa could be this man, Țălnar, a winger who at times was quite devastating in the first leg, although he did rather tend to fade as the game wore on. So then away we go, and Aston Villa attacking the goal to our left in this first half. And certainly encouraged, I'm sure, by their defensive record in the European Cup. They've conceded only 3 goals in 12 European Cup ties and have lost only the once at the home leg against Dynamo Berlin last season. The Romanians now building with Țălnar, who certainly could be a key figure in this match tonight. This is Orac. The Romanians a very positive and attacking side, and they certainly gave Villa a few problems early on in the first leg, but Villa's composure seeing them through. A tackle there by Bremner. Dragnea. This is Dinu, the Romanian captain. Shaw challenged strongly from behind, and the referee there right on the spot, awarding a free kick to Aston Villa. Referee tonight, Erik Fredriksson from Sweden. Williams just leaving the kick for Ken McNaught. Looking for Withe up front, and the Romanian defenders quickly out, and Withe caught offside. And now is Stredie. Not a good ball, though, cut out by Bremner. A tireless work of Villa in midfield. What a splendid first leg. Still Bremner. Now to Williams. This is Cowans, playmaker at midfield. The touch, I think, from within in the path of Mortimer. And now the first time we've really seen Tony Morley in the action. And what a good try, too, from Morley. He really bent that one over the defenders. And the goalkeeper, who seemed almost off his line, really had to watch that one all the way. A teasing effort from Tony Morley. Ball played out to him there by Mortimer. Morley just looking up, looking at first to run at the defender, and then spots the goalkeeper just slightly off his line. And, well, that really wasn't far away. Terrible ball from Dinu. He's given it straight to Bremner. Villa now surging forward. Here's Morley. Shaw and Withe in the centre. In goes Shaw! What a header from Gary Shaw. For a moment, it looked as if it had hit the side netting. The angle was that narrow. And again, the Morley-Shaw combination has worked. Here's Morley again, tormenting defenders. Taking the ball down the flank, and then the cross in, and Shaw, who scored with a diving header on Saturday against Tottenham, does it again. The ball helped in by the goalkeeper. So just 5.5 minutes gone, and Villa are leading by a goal to 0 on the night. They're the scorer, Gary Shaw, and surely now the tie is Villa's. 3-0 they lead on aggregate, and they've got the early goal they wanted. Iordache with a rather optimistic shot there from all of 35-40 yards. Gary Shaw, who says he doesn't score enough goals here at Villa Park, he's got a cracker tonight. Certainly Villa cock-a-hoop as far as European football is concerned. They really have proved a force. And They certainly intend to hold on to that trophy if they possibly can. Dragnea. Custov. Away comes Gibson. Oh, they took it too far. And then Stredie's given it straight to Mortimer. And here comes Shaw. Good control here from Gary Shaw. Now Mortimer in an advanced position. And he finds Tony Morley. Away from Stredie. Shaw with at the far post. Up goes Shaw. Although the header was well directed, no real power behind it. But Shaw and Withe are clearly going to cause problems. Here's Withe again. Now Gibson joining the attack. And Evans has come up too at the far post. And Gibson bundled off the ball. So another chance here then for Aston Villa to add to their already impressive situation. Mortimer organising the free kick, touches it off to Cowans. Good save by the goalkeeper. He probably saw it fairly late. And it was well hit too by Gordon Cowans, who's in a good goal-scoring form this season. 6 goals already, and he nearly had another one there. Iordache. There he is again. Dragnea. Tony Morley helping out, but a chance, and a goal from Mulțescu. Well, Tony Morley had drifted back to help out his defence. But really, I think it was his error that presented the chance then to Mulțescu. Here's the move building up. Ball played through. Iordache now involved. As he knocked it wide, you'll see in a moment Tony Morley coming into the picture. And again, the ball played out to the far side. There's Morley, and really has put Gibson in trouble. And Mulțescu hits it well. So, just over 10 minutes to half-time, and Dynamo Bukarest have got one back. 1-1, and there's the scorer, Mulțescu. Away by Evans. Now Shaw. Morley outside him. And a Villa free kick for the foul on Gary Shaw. Mulțescu. Again, the Villa move breaking down. And they might just be stretched here. Orac forward. Mulțescu. Evans has gone with him. Not much gets past Alan Evans. And then Morley's lost it. And again, the deflection almost putting Villa in trouble. And they survive, and away comes Williams. Now Shaw from Cowans' pass. Did the goalkeeper get a hand to it? He did. But what a fine effort from Gary Shaw. He seems to have got the goal sent again. He really hit that well, Gary Shaw. Just using the space, and the goalkeeper touching it wide. Mulțescu forward, Iordache. And the referee has given the corner. Well, no, he hasn't, because in fact that is the half-time whistle. Rather disappointing first half when you think how excitingly Aston Villa started the half. And away we go for the second half. Aston Villa no doubt looking to improve on their tally, certainly to entertain their supporters. And the Romanians are brought on a substitute. He's straight away in the action, Augustine. And Orac is the player who's gone off. Augustine, who played in the first leg in Bucharest. left out of the starting lineup tonight. Involved straight away in the action. Shaw into the path of Withe. Now for Bremner. Got away from Custov. He did well. Shaw! Splendid goal from Gary Shaw. And what fine work down the right by Des Bremner. He really is a player who's so underrated, Des Bremner. His teammates feel he should get more praise than he does. And he proved the point there. And the perfect finish from Gary Shaw. There's Bremner around Custov. And the cross to the far post was perfectly met by Gary Shaw. His second goal of the night, his fourth in the tie overall. And Villa now are surely there. 2-1 they lead on the night. 4-1 overall. The goal coming 8 minutes into the second half. A speculative shot to Stredie River saves comfortably. And no doubt about the severity of that challenge. Should it be a bit of free kick? Withe blocked down. Not for the first time tonight. And in fact, that'll be a caution for Nicolae, who tumbled Peter Withe once too often. But a battering from behind is something that Peter Withe is more than used to. Cowans for Shaw. Morley finding a little space, now then to Cowans. Not one for Evans. Moraru, I think, must have just made contact. Rather fortunate that he did as Evans came in. Mortimer to Cowans. Bremner's made the run. And the header back from Dragnea. Shot driven in from Custov, hits the post. And away by McNaught. And Jimmy River caught out there. Really was a good effort from Custov. And Jimmy River beaten and saved by the post. Tony Morley checked. Another Villa free kick. Evans and McNaught again, making their way into the penalty area. This three-pronged assault from these three big men with McNaught and Evans. All of them are in there. Withe at the far post. Back in for Shaw. This is his hat-trick. Gary Shaw has got his third goal on the night. And what a night it's proving for him. He says he doesn't score often enough at Villa Park. So he's making up for that tonight. With winning the ball at the far post. A scramble in the area. The first effort from Shaw. Charge down, and then he makes no mistake. So Gary Shaw really has made certain now, surely, that Aston Villa are going through to the last 8. The hat-trick for Gary Shaw. So then 3-1 on the night. The goal coming midway through the second. Away goes Augustine. Still the applause coming in for Gary Shaw, but what a goal! Marvellous goal from Iordache. And that caught everyone by surprise, including the spectators who were still applauding Gary Shaw off the field. 27 minutes into the second half. And that was a spectacular cleared away by Nicolae. Now Williams. Withe's at the far post. Down goes Peter Withe. He's prepared to chase and fight for everything. And Mortimer to tidy up. Peter Withe. He hasn't found Mortimer. And away come Dynamo Bukarest yet again. Nicolae. Been a central defender all night. And even he now is looking to come forward in a desperate attempt to get another goal. And they've almost found one there. Jimmy Rimmer pushing it wide. The shot coming in from Augustine. And a good try it was too. And Jimmy Rimmer really had to be alert to just nudge the ball wide. Good tackle by Bremner. Mortimer's away. Walters up with in the area. This is Walters. And he's got the goal. And you have to say it's a goal he thoroughly deserved. He's been so lively since he came on, Mark Walters. And he took that one splendidly. Good work by Mortimer. It looked as if Walters had lost a chance, but he got a second one and planted it under the goalkeeper. So with just a couple of minutes to go, it's now 4-2 on the night and 6-2 overall. And this has been a good display by Aston Villa. They certainly haven't just let the game die away. They've always come forward and they've got their reward now. And that's certainly a moment that young Mark Walters will relish. Impressive build-up here by the Romanians. Augustine.